Hello and welcome to Manufacturer in Profile. Now, it's a fair bet to say that this company's products will be found in workshops, production cells and car parks up and down the land. The company is Bott, it's based in Bude in Cornwall, and its UK Managing Director is Nick Smith, who joins me now. Nick, warm welcome to you.
Good morning, Nick, and thank you for giving me the opportunity this morning to talk to you.
Well, it's a delight to have you on the programme. Nick, perhaps you could just give us an idea of how Bott started.
Yeah, for sure. This year, the Bott Group, we celebrate 90 years, actually. We're celebrating a big year. And in the UK, we've been present now since 1975. So we have a long, successful manufacturing history, particularly in the UK, which I'm pleased. And we are present across the globe. We have three main European sites in UK, Germany and Hungary. And we represent our brands via dealer partnerships right across the globe. So it's an exciting place.
So how many people work for the company? And give us a rough idea in terms of context about your turnover.
Absolutely. Well, in the UK, we represent almost 400 people. Obviously, COVID has its own challenges this year. We can come on to that later. In the group, our turnover is around about 140 million euro business. So a decent size, but I would say a size where we can still be very agile, which is great. We're a family company, a family shareholding business, which is also unique in this day and age. Very loyal, long-standing family relationship.
Tell us, therefore, about the core products of the company.
Well, there are two main streams to our business, Nick. We have the workspace storage solutions, and we have our in-vehicle conversion business. So two very separate streams, actually. And the production for the workspace storage is made here in Bude, which serves our UK market. And indeed, we're expanding that into other markets as well. The in-vehicle conversion, also we manufacture componentry for that racking, what is typically known as van racking. And it's also supplied from our factories in Germany and Hungary as well to fill that marketplace.
Now, you mentioned COVID, and obviously that's had a significant impact on the UK manufacturing sector. Has that impacted you? Because to my mind, it would seem that the health of your company would depend on the health of other manufacturers in your marketplace.
Well, very much. And of course, we export as well. So, being a pandemic, we've seen the reduction in volumes of course, felt by everyone. We saw in end of March when we shut down our operations, which was primarily driven by the fact we wanted to relay our operations, make sure we were a safe working environment. And of course, this meant that shutting down, we immediately lost a turnover. But again, family business being grown for many years, we kind of took the choice to do this sensibly in a very pragmatic way. And then we relayed our operations. We opened up again towards the end of April. We will see a reduction this year, UK and indeed as a group, of around about 20-30% on our plan for this year, which is ironic because in the first quarter we had a record year, so a record quarter, I should say. So we're coming from a very strong start, and then literally the world fell apart for a month while we shut down. I'm pleased to say we're building back up again very nicely. And I think maybe many businesses are also picking up again, particularly coming to the autumn season, and the order book is doing very well. So we'll come out probably 20% overall less in the UK and continue to grow. One thing that has been a record for this year, continued so, which we can come on to, is our digital business, which has been fantastic.
Well, I do want to talk about digital because, there are two levels to your digital journey. Let's take the main one about the way you approach your entire business and the way that you've adopted digital technology for your benefit and for the benefit of your customers.
Yeah, for sure. It's really interesting because this is a very classical business, a very classical production business. We sell cabinets and we fit van conversions. So one could think, where does digital fit into this? Actually, we noticed, particularly in our van conversion business a few years ago, that we were very successful. We're a leading player in the UK in setting up van conversions for our large fleets. So home brands we were very much familiar with across the UK. But we were struggling to touch closer to the traders, the plumbers, electricians, who, whilst they liked the product, they would have found our sales process maybe more onerous because we were dealing with large fleet procurement. They would have found the price maybe a little bit expensive, what they were trying to do for their one user needs, let's say. And indeed, they wanted the flexibility. They wanted to be able to build and fit the unit themselves without sending it to one of our operating centres. So we saw an opportunity there where the market for traders was significant in the UK. In fact, the fleet market, commercial vehicle van sales rather, would sell around 300,000 vehicles in the UK. So there's a big market there for us. So to attract these individual buyers, let's say, we had to think about a digital platform. And it's easy to say, let's just go online and build a website. But of course, behind that, there were many fundamentals. So we had to undertake some extreme market research to understand where's the price point, what point was important for the customer in terms of how they would like to configure their vans online. And these guys would like to be able to sit there maybe of an evening and try and configure the van for their own work needs. And then to make the sales process and fulfillment fit this online model. So again, I often observe people think about going online means having a website, but actually having the fulfillment infrastructure behind that and the tools really took some investment. So we invested quite heavily in our digital teams in the early days to support that configurations. And what we've seen is, it's been a very big success for us, particularly through COVID actually, because while people were locked down, these guys were then thinking about, well, this is a great time for 3 or 4 weeks while I'm off to remodel my vehicle. And our online sales has gone growth by growth. We're now a 7-figure business. We're taking it through other countries as well. But what I stress on this is it's taken a lot of investment, digital investment, and learning about digital platforms. Particularly, I would see this as an omni-channel in that it's not just about the online tools and the configurator. It's very much about the consultation that goes with that. So typically, if a user is looking to buy a racking system, and they say, okay, I think I have an idea, you need to talk to someone. This is not a commodity. We're not buying a kettle online. So you want to talk to someone, particularly regarding the van fitting and regulations. So one of our successes here has been our consultative approach. You start with the initiation through an online activity, then you take it into your business in terms of consultation. And then, of course, the fulfillment to give a great service in a very quick time, because it's all about speed on the online market. I want that van racking now. Whereas in the fleet world, we tend to plan. We could be doing 300, 400 or 1,000 units at a time. So you plan. In this world, it's very active. So this has been a great success story, but with heavy investment, I would say.
It's obviously a growing part of your business, but as you suggested, by getting into the 7-figure mark, it's not a huge part of your business. I know, though, that you mentioned your digital teams and diverting them towards developing this product. But talk us through what else you've done in terms of investing in digital infrastructure in the business that's enabled you to really stay ahead of the game in this country.
Well, I think that's a really good point, Nick, because you're right. Yes, we see the smart van, our brand for this online tool, as being our kind of our initiator. But of course, behind that, we had a digital infrastructure, which means we could look at our other sales channels. So if we take our workspace storage solution, let's take cabinets and cupboards. How can we digitalize such things, or where is the need for this? Well, of course, maybe looking back years, people would have lots of catalogs and brochures, and this would suffice to sell the product. Now consumers want to see the product inside out. They want to see 360s. They want to be able to configure maybe a whole garage workstation online to see how things fit together as well. So the demands on digital become really increasing as something as you consider maybe very sensible as a unit. But no, we need digital. And then if we look to our van racking, we tend to think of van racking, but racking itself is a very small component of what we offer, because you're talking about electrical design, decals, accessories, and regulatory requirements around van racking. But let's think about digital apps and how engineers using those vehicles will want to integrate with their vans, or fleet managers. So will they want to know about their fulfillment within the vehicle? Fleet managers will want to know if the vehicle is being overloaded or the utilization. The opportunities to have digital connectivity to the vehicle or storage space really is endless for us. So having created that infrastructure now, Nick, what we're seeing is these guys are being pulled everywhere. Everyone wants a piece of digital. Whether you're an internal department saying, I want to get all my files onto digital media, or the customer marketplace, we're finding we're growing and growing this. So we really continue to invest in this. It's really exciting.
Well, it does sound terrific, and it sounds like, as you suggested earlier, that agility and nimbleness are traits that any company should aspire to. What's next for Bott? Have you got any great plans, or is, frankly, getting through 2020 enough of an ambition?
Well, I've been with this business just under a year now. On the one side, I'm always very pragmatic about the bread and butter of the business that we do. We have to be fantastic in producing. We have to be very lean in that approach, and we have to make sure that our products are optimized to the marketplace. So core manufacturing into our marketplaces is really, really important. Digital means that we keep our foot ahead of the competition in terms of how we approach a market, the tools, and this is the way more and more the world is working. So for us, yes, it's been a tough year in the middle bit. I'm really pleased to say with other markets and we export that we're seeing that building back up again. And again, I think having these other models coming through is helping us bolster this year. We will come out of the year okay. This is a business of many years of legacy. It's my responsibility, and I feel that responsibility to continue that. But our strategy plans for 2025 continue to operate very lean, and to operate an optimized product range, and to make sure we take these new digital technologies as an advantage for us and for our customer, which is really important. And the team here are motivated. They're up for it. I mean, they're up for change and innovation. I think that keeps people inspired and attracting new talent particularly.
Well, Nick Smith, it's been a pleasure learning all about Bott and what you do. Thank you very much indeed for being with us.
Nick, thank you for your time, and wish you and your followers all the very best of success for this year.
Thank you very much indeed. And thanks everyone for watching. This has been Manufacturer in Profile. I'm Nick Peters. See you next time.